In this video, we're going to talk about DYOR or how to do your own research. This is one of the most used phrases in crypto, and there's a reason to it. Basically, crypto is super volatile, it's super risky, so you should always check the fundamentals of a particular crypto project to make sure that you don't get wrecked in a very first second of jumping into a project. There are many red flags that can appear, and in this video, I'm going to cover some of them and basically also explain to you what it means to do your own research, because I'm also talking a lot about that whenever I talk about new projects, because I cover new projects as well, and they often are risky. So there are a couple of things that you should be checking whenever you hear about the new project and whether you like it. And as I've mentioned, the DYOR stands for do your own research. So first, the thing is looking at the socials. So you can, for example, join a project's Discord, Telegram channel. You can look at Twitter, Twitter profile of a particular project or the persons affiliated with them. So if there's no team, if there's no people that are public, at least look for some of the influencers, or maybe there are some friends or people you follow on Twitter that are already following the project, and you can ask them why they follow this particular project. This is the very first step, because you want to make sure that it makes sense and the team won't disappear in the first week or so. So look for the known people in the crypto space, or at least look for some other green flags here. Like, for example, there's a known artist behind the project. Maybe there is some very spectacular art and that can be traced to the project. Maybe the idea is great, because sometimes the social is just, there's a wonderful dev that's doing great things. So look for something in the social space that makes sense. If there's like no team and there's just like a generic website, probably it's a scam and you should run away. Another thing is, if the project already launched, look at the statistics. So look at the market cap. Of course, lower market cap means you have a better chance, the better room for growth. Market cap means like how all the tokens are valued with the current price. But lower market cap also means that the project is more volatile and riskier, and it doesn't mean that it necessarily will grow. Maybe it's just at the current maximum price it will ever get, and it will fall down from here. So you should always be aware of that. Also, too big of a market cap in a current market scenario, like having a bear market, also might mean that you should maybe take a step back or think about the price point, because in the end you want to enter at the low price and sell at a high price, not the other way around. So look at the project's trading volume. That also indicates something. Of course, there are different market makers and different other entities that can make project appear legit, but if the project can already have a market maker, then it means that at least they spend a lot of money on developing everything, and it makes sense to have a look at it the second time. So high trading volume indicates that there's a lot of interest in the project. Low volume means that there's not a lot of people and the price can be manipulated easily, and you should also be aware of that. Also, it can of course mean that the project is very early, but in this case, go to the part number one and just try to figure out who's behind the team, or maybe what the project is doing, who's also following the project, to make sense of everything. Of course, the crucial thing is also looking at the website and the white paper, understanding what's the plan for the project, how they plan to make money, or what's they selling. If they're, for example, like NFT collection, or maybe there are meme coins, so what's the meme behind it, does it make sense, and so on. So look at the website, look at the white paper. Also, if it's a token, look at the tokenomics. So this is especially important when it comes to meme coins and newly launched tokens, also DeFi as well. You have to understand the total supply of the token, the distribution. So for example, if there are any VCs on board, if there are any investors that, on one hand, that gives legitimacy to the project, because there are some investors that already invested in the project. But on the other hand, so it's probably not a scam right away, but it doesn't mean that you will make money on that, because if there are investors, they have a price lower than you will get on the market probably. So it means that they also will be selling first, you'll be after them, and if they hold a lot of tokens, and they will be able to sell the tokens right around the token generation event, or just right after that, so there's like no vesting, it means that they quickly can dump the price, and you should be very aware of the projects like that. Also, you should be aware of the projects that have a high token supply, a large percentage of that being held by the team, because it means that, again, the team can manipulate the token price price. So if there's like 10% only going to the market and 90% to the team, then again, you should be very aware of that, unless there's a very, very good explanation. But usually there's none, so you should be aware of that. Another thing is, of course, looking at the roadmap. So reviewing the roadmap, what's the plan for the project in the future, what are the milestones. If the project is already working for some time, you can see already what they did in the past and how realistic is the future. If they, for example, promise a lot of things, but they haven't done much in the past, there's little chance that they will do something in the future as well. On the other hand, if they've been developing a lot of stuff and adding new stuff, then probably they will keep on doing that in the future. So this is good to have a look at the past and also think about the future here in this context. Some additional tips, of course, beware of the projects that guarantee any kind of high returns. If there's like a double your money within the week, that's definitely a scam. Do not invest also any money that you cannot afford to lose. This is one of the most important things. You shouldn't invest money that should go to your rent or your food or like anything else. Like crypto is super volatile, especially right now. There's no guarantees that you can ever make that money back, and this should be just an additional asset class to all your other investments or just the money you have for fun. So you should just treat it as like going out with friends, but without paying for the restaurant. You pay for some meme coins that you are willing to play around. This is probably the only healthy way to approach crypto because of the volatility, but of course gains can be huge, but losses can be basically everything that you put into. So of course be super careful here and do not invest more than you can lose. Finally, this kind of research can be time consuming, but it means also that you shouldn't jump into every single project. You should take your time and basically think about different options before going into different projects and jumping into those projects. So also additional tip here is join a crypto research community. So if you find a group of people like-minded that are also researching different crypto projects, then this is of course that can save you a lot of time and that could be also super beneficial. I'm trying to have a group like that on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter or follow me here on YouTube. But there's also other groups on Telegram and Discord that are doing this kind of research and are doing very interesting stuff. So it's a matter of discovering them. It's a matter of chatting with people on Twitter to discover what's going on in crypto. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to have all the latest news, and see you in the next video.